Hi St. James, we're looking at doing a bit more of our bear. There she is, he is. Obviously he needs a lot of detail, including arms. So we're going to do arms today. So we start as we have with both the head and the body with a magic circle or magic ring and 6 single crochet. So I will go over magic ring and single crochet again. I use this one here or this one here. 1, 2, then you hold it up. So I'm actually 1, here we go, look, 1, 2, and then I hold this up here. There we go, so that's the shape I have my hand. Put your crochet hook underneath the 2 loops around your finger. Pick up the long piece that goes back to your main ball of wool and drag it through those 2. There we go, so it's like this. We're going to do 1 chain, so wool over your hook and pull it through that hole, and that secures it. We're then going to take it off and start crocheting around this hoop. So you go straight into the hoop, you bring the wool back out, wool over and through. Let's do it from this way. You go straight into the hook, wool over, bring it back through the loop, hook the circle, and you have 2 loops on your hook, wool over and through both. There's 2. We're going to do 6 of those. 3, 6. Always count at the end of the row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, this does not look like a circle. We need to pull it to make it more circular. So we're going to pull this small piece of wool. I have my finger inside just to try and help it to go down regularly and evenly, because you've got 2 loops of wool there. Tuck it, tuck it. Right, there we are. Right, our next round is going to go into those stitches you have just made in the round before. You're going to reach, here we are, over here and go into your next stitch, which you can see over there. So you're reaching all the way over the top. You're not joining and then doing a chain, you're just reaching all the way over to the top and going into that first stitch. You're going in the same way as you normally do, like that. So in you go, wool goes over, bring it through to the front. 2 hooks, 2 loops on your hook, wool over and bring it through 1 and 2. There we go. You're now on your second round. You're going to do 2 stitches in every stitch, including this first one. So some people call it an increase. We've done 1. We're going to go straight back in to that first stitch. There it is. Pick up the wool, bring it back to the front, and then wool over. I'm just going to tuck this in to get it out of the way. Wool over and bring it through. Let's do that in all the next 5 stitches, so you should end up with 12 stitches on your hook. There are 12 stitches in a circle. As you can see, it's nice and neat in the corner, in the middle. Next line, what we're going to do is we're making the corner off the bottom. So he's got his hand here. We're making basically the wrist, like corner before it goes up the arm. And so to make that corner, we're only going to work in the back loops. What that means is, look, here you can see the stitches. Roll them over a bit. There we are. And here we have use a pointer. This bit here is the inside loop, and this bit here is the outside loop. So you're going to crochet into, the front and the back loop. You are going to be crocheting into the back loop. In order to that, you're going to go into the center, which is this bit here. That's where you're going to put your hook. We're going to start straight into the next stitch, which is this one here. So you're going straight into the middle of the stitch, only working the back loop. So you go in, here we go, look, in the middle, and you can see it going towards the back. Again, wool goes over, bring it through to the front or to the middle. 2 on your hook, wool over, through both. You're going to do 1 stitch in each stitch going round. That's 1. You should have 12 stitches in your round. So you're just going to count 12. Or use a hook marker, not a pin. Here we are. See how it's curling round? So if we turn to the inside, you can see that little line there. That's like your inside hooks. And now are going to become like a base, like that. So now you are going to do 5 rows in both sides, so going through both sides of the stitch. 1 stitch in each stitch, so 12 stitches around, 5 times, that's 60 stitches. You either count or use a stitch marker and move the stitch marker up every time you do another row. So you can count how many rows you've done by how many times you move your stitch marker. So there is a stitch. We are going into the next stitch, there, like that. Picking up the wool and bringing it back. 1 in every stitch for 5 rows. Right, I'm halfway. This has taken me 11 minutes so far, which isn't very long. You can see how it's going up, and there's that little spiral at the bottom. If I have added too many stitches per stitch, as in if I've put 2 stitches in any of the stitches, this will go out, it will become baggy. If I've missed a stitch by mistake, it will go in, it will become like a cone shape. That is what you are looking for. Just a nice, even little, like a mini basket. I've done 30 stitches. I'm going to keep on going until I've done 60. Here is the finished round 8. You can count the rounds, so that back stitch only was round 3. So there's round 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Doesn't matter if you do 1 or 2 too many, as long as you do the same on both arms really. Now you are going to do decrease, which means you are going to do 2 stitches into 1 stitch a couple of times all the way around. So instead of having 12 stitches, you're going to have 6. Before we do that though, I've got a bit more stuffing. Pop it in the bottom. You probably don't even need as much as this. In it goes. Now you can stuff all the way up to the top and have quite a robust little arm. I like to just put a little bit in the bottom because I think it's nicer. Now you can, look like that, you can at this point make the arms longer. You can attach it to the body in a flat round like this that sticks out. I prefer, of course you can, I prefer to fold it in half because I'm not so good at sewing and then just sew it on like that. I think that is easier for me. But you do whatever is easy for you. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. First, we need to do 6 decreases one after the other. So I'm going to go through that with you now. You are going to go, here's your stitches, up the outside loop of the first stitch and then down the outside loop of the next stitch. You'll end up with a cross on your hook like this. Put your wool over and bring it through that cross. Now you've got 2 hoops on your hook. Over and through both. Let's do that 5 more times. I'll show you closely one more time. We did these both on the body and the head, but it's always good to go through again. So here's my next loop with nothing. So this stitch here has got something in it there. So we're going to go in there, up there, then down the next one. Got a loop, got a cross on my hook. Wool comes over, drag it through that cross. There we are. 2 loops on my hook. Wool over and through both. So now we've only got to do 4. I'll show you one more time and then you'll be sick of it. Up the first one, down the next one, wool over, through the cross shape, 2 hooks in your loop, wool over, through both. So that's now 3. So you're going to do 4, 5 and 6. So there's 4, 5 and 6. This is now going to be a much smaller circle. So fold it in half. If you're happy to. Here we are, look. Fold it in half. And I will do a quick stitch across the top, so turn it whichever way you want to. And then you're going to go into the stitches across from each other. Put both stitches on your hook. Let me show you that better. Here we are. There's our hole there, which you can put more stuffing down, or you can sew it on straight like this onto your teddy bear. Or you can fold it in half and then go through 1, 2 like this, wool over, then bring it through both sides. There it is. And then I just do a slip stitch, so pop it through that other last loop, then go again through both. You should be able to do about 3 and then third one there. You end up with this quite neat little package. There it is. You're going to give it a long tail. That's my tail, quite long. Yeah, about that much. And you're going to finish it off with a chain. So wool over, bring it through that loop, keep going. Oh. And then we are going to